Good morning and welcome to Keflavík Airport here in Iceland. It is a bit icy this morning, well, not too bad. Sun is shining. I just arrived from Greenland on the Icelandair -8-200, so that's 2 flights done, and we have 2 more to go, namely from here to the Faroe Islands, Vágar Airport, and then tomorrow, because today there's actually no other -8 flight out of Vagar. So tomorrow we'll continue on the Widerøe -8 to Bergen in Norway. That's going to be fun. Let's get inside, get warmed up.
The estimated flight time to the Faroe Islands is 1.5 hours. Shortly, we would like to have your attention for the safety demonstration. Thank you.
Bólinn festa saman og þrengt vel.
On the menu in the seat pocket in front of you. We accept all major debit and credit cards and style points for all purchases on board.
Yeah, we are finally airborne out of Keflavík. I think it was runway 28, turned left for departure, had an amazing view of the city of Reykjavik, and then we kind of crossed along the whole southern coast of Iceland. Really amazing views. Now it's a bit cloudy. Yeah, we left the stand 2 hours and 20 minutes late. I don't know the reason for the delay. They never announced it, or at least I never heard it. I don't know. What I do know is that this aircraft here, Tango Foxtrot X-Ray India, actually did a couple of domestic flights before that in and out of Reykjavik City Airport, and they actually transferred it from Reykjavik City Airport to Keflavík Airport just before this flight. Like, I could see it on flight radar. It looked kind of interesting. I don't really know why they do that. Like, don't they have any -400s at Keflavík Airport? By the way, this is also the exact aircraft that I flew from Nassau to Keflavík last year. Tango Foxtrot X-Ray India, the exact one. Also, I got no one next to me. It's very nice, and yeah, should be an enjoyable flight all the way to Vagar. And the crew also just came around with some drinks. Just got some still water.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Dear Captain here, I first want to apologize for our late departure due to weather in Vagar, Faroe Island. Now the weather has improved a lot. I hope you have enjoyed this flight and the service. Thank you and have a nice day.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be landing in a few minutes. Please fasten your seatbelt and have your seat back and table in an upright position.
Descending to Vagar now. I totally fell asleep for like half an hour. It was a smooth flight until we started to descend, and it became like really turbulent. And also now it's like very bumpy. A clear sign that the weather in Vagar is not as nice as in Iceland.
Dear passengers, welcome to the Faroe Islands, where the local time is 25 minutes to 2 p.m. On behalf of Icelandair, we hope you enjoyed the flight. Thank you for choosing Icelandair and have a pleasant day.
Yeah, welcome to the Faroe Islands, or specifically Vágar Island in the west, where the airport is located. It's actually beautiful weather. Look at that. I don't know. I mean, there are low-hanging clouds, but that's usual here. Like, there are always low-hanging clouds. But apart from that, it's like really sunny. I don't know. I expected it to like rain a lot. Okay, so there will be a bus in like 25 minutes, which I will take. I'm staying in a hostel tonight. It's actually my second time in the Faroe Islands. I spent a couple of days here a few years ago, and I also stayed at that hostel. They are pretty okay. And then tomorrow, I'm hopefully flying out of here to Bergen in Norway on another Dash 8 on Widerøe. However, I saw that the last two flights on that route were cancelled, possibly due to weather. The weather tomorrow doesn't look too good either. Let's just keep fingers crossed that I actually get to fly to Bergen tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm kind of stuck here. And there we are, with all the low-hanging clouds and the mist. The Faroe Islands are really a very mystical, a very magical place, sort of. And also a place of many fish. You see, the main economy of the Faroe Islands is actually the breeding of salmon, which you can clearly see out there. They even have their own airline, like a cargo airline, to fly the salmon out into the world. And we've also reached the hostel, which is like over there. It's also a campsite, so you can camp here, but I don't have a tent with me, so I'll catch you later for dinner. Now heading for dinner. I want to grab a pizza, but the pizza place is like a 40-minute walk away. Well, we don't only walk to airports on this channel, although the airport is 2 hours away from here. I'm not going to do that. But we also walk to pizza places. I just hope it won't rain. Also, the Faroe Islands are one of the few places on Earth where you don't need to lock your door when you leave. In fact, my room doesn't even have a door key. And also when you like take your car anywhere, like even your rental car. I mean, the rental car companies would disagree with me, but to be honest, you don't need to lock your car anywhere here. And there are some more fish farms. You find these all over these islands here. Yeah, what else? Politically, it's a bit interesting. You see, the Faroe Islands kind of belong to Denmark, but they're like a special autonomous territory of Denmark. And it's important to note that the Faroe Islands are not part of the EU, the European Union. I learned this the hard way last time I was here, because somehow I thought it's the EU, and I was using my phone for like roaming. But then I only realized after 2 hours or so they are not part of the EU, and I paid like 50 euro in roaming charges. So be aware of that. And they do also have their own language, Faroese, which is kind of related to Icelandic, not so much to Danish. There is the pizza place. Yay. I've been craving pizza for some time on this trip. That was a giant pizza. Needless to say, I couldn't finish. Took the rest for takeaway. Also, where's the rain actually? I mean, There are low-hanging clouds, but no rain, which is good in a way. Look at the grass roofs all over the place here. Looks quite interesting. Actually, another interesting fact about the Faroe Islands is they have a lot of soccer pitches. Or, I mean, I would say football, but then the Americans wouldn't understand me. So I'm gonna go with soccer. You find pitches like these in every town around the Faroe Islands. And they're really good pitches. I mean, it's artificial grass, of course, but I don't know. They're really into soccer for some reason. I'm almost back at the hostel, so I would say I will catch you tomorrow for the next flight, hopefully, to Bergen, if it's not cancelled. Yeah, but we'll just see how it goes. Beautiful good morning, new day, new flight. The weather has cleared up quite a bit. You can see quite far out in the distance, and you can also see like the town of Vagar down there. You may be asking why I only spent one night in this beautiful part of the world. I would have loved to spend more time. I've been to the Faroe Islands before. It's a stunning place both for nature and for hiking. But the thing is, it's not what I'm here for on this trip. I'm here for the challenge to fly from North America to Continental Europe using only Dash 8s. And today is the fourth and final flight from here in the Faroe Islands to Bergen in Norway on an airline called Widerøe. Let's quickly cross the road. I'm about to catch the bus to the airport. There's the bus stop. Gotta wait for like 10 more minutes, I think. And they even provide like a small shelter, which is nice because it is raining quite a lot in the Faroe Islands. And even now it's like drizzling. That's not too bad. Yeah, yesterday I was a bit worried about today's flight because you see on Monday and also last Friday, those flights like between the Faroe Islands and Bergen were cancelled. I imagine it was due to weather. Today the weather seems to be okay. I mean, it's not too windy and I don't know. I think the cloud base is also fine-ish. So fingers crossed it's a good ride today. Anyway, I'm already checked in, did my online or like the app check-in yesterday, secured my window seat, so we're good to go. Made it back to the airport. It is 10:20 a.m. Bus was a little bit late, it's just leaving now. Yeah, but boarding will start in an hour and a half, so there's still lots and lots of time. The inbound flight took off at Bergen Airport essentially right when I entered the bus, so all looking like an on-time departure today, and yeah, hopefully no weather-related issues. I'd say let's go inside and go through security. It's not as busy as yesterday. Yesterday was really busy when I arrived, but this morning it's like kind of okay. There's a bit of construction going on in the background, but apart from that, feels quite relaxed. Interestingly, they have duty-free pickup lockers, so you can like pre-order your duty-free online and then pick it up from a locker here. There's an Atlantic Airways A320 about to be pushed back. Oh no, they're pushing back now. I've flown them before, lovely airline. They also have helicopters here, so you can fly like a helicopter around the Faroe Islands. Great experience. Unfortunately, the weather doesn't really permit that right now, I think. But yeah, definitely try to take a helicopter around these islands when you're here. Yeah, I'll go get something from the cafe, maybe a sandwich or something, because I don't think Widerøe provides anything on board. Or maybe they'll surprise me, I don't know. I've never flown Widerøe before, don't really know what they're like. Got myself something like a fish bread. Looks kind of interesting. And hot chocolate cost me 97 Danish krona in total. It's not too bad. Let's see how the fish bread tastes like.
Welcome on board this video flight for Bergen Flesland. Okay, in a few minutes now we'll be ready for start. Our flight time today is estimated to be around 1 hour and 25 minutes. Good flight conditions en route. On behalf of the crew, we shall press landing.
Yeah, welcome aboard the Widerøe -8-400. Boarding is completed and the flight is not full at all. There are only a handful of passengers on board, maybe like 20 passengers or so, I don't know. And yeah, needless to say, I do have a free seat next to me, and the row in front of me is also completely empty. That's pretty nice. I mean, not so nice for the airline, but for the experience today, it's nice. Yeah, one thing I never understand is the boarding was still in progress, but they already closed the overhead bins. Like, why? I mean, there are still people boarding. Why do you close the overhead bins? I don't know. I've seen that on a couple of flights. I don't get it. Yeah, safety briefing all done, but we're still waiting here at the stand. It's still 5 minutes until the official departure time, so maybe they're waiting for that, I don't know. Anyway, let's go to Bergen. And we're airborne out of Vagar runway 12, and the pilot also gave full thrust. I mean, the runway here is not too long, it's like less than 2,000 meters, which is more than enough for a Dash 8, but you could really feel they gave everything. And also yesterday when I arrived on Icelandair, it was the hardest touchdown I've ever experienced on a Dash 8, so the pilots on Icelandair yesterday also made sure they touched down firmly at the start of the runway. I guess they just want to be on the safe side. Yeah, now we've passed the clouds already. Seatbelt signs are off. Should be a smooth ride all the way to Bergen, and then at Bergen we can expect clouds and a lot of rain. The crew is preparing the service, so I looked it up online. Widerøe provides free coffee, tea and water. I mean, I didn't read water, but I think they also provide water. And then all the other snacks or other drinks you would have to buy. So shall we have a look at the onboard menu? Yeah, it's a good menu, I would say. They offer a range of other drinks on domestic flights and some snacks as well. And for international flights, they offer a slightly wider drink selection and also some hot meal options, like a lasagna, toast, and tapas. Oh, tapas is a cold meal. Oh, they don't provide lasagna for Hamburg flights. Why? Germans like lasagna. They should offer it on Hamburg flights as well. Although it gets me thinking, do they offer it on Munich flights? The crew just brought around the free drinks. Surprisingly, they do not provide free water. They only provide free coffee and tea, so I got myself a tea. She mentioned that they only sell water in bottles, but they don't hand out water in cups. It's a bit surprising to me because, I don't know, I thought water is a very simple thing, but anyway, tea is also good. And then on the cup and the napkin, Widerøe points out that it is their 90th birthday this year. I didn't actually know that they are that old. Apparently they were founded in 1934, and yeah, this year is 2024, so they're a solid 90 years old. So congratulations, that is a really high age for an airline. And maybe also a word about the cabin. The seats are in a very good condition. I don't see any flaws with them. They're reasonably comfortable, I would say, and the legroom is also quite okay, and it looks all very clean as well. Now we still have an hour left to Bergen. How about we check out the loo? Yeah, the loo was reasonably clean and also well stocked. I noticed they have like a bag hanging from the door in which they provide like sanitary wipes and also jet scent. I didn't know that was a thing. Apparently there are special like hygiene sprays for aircraft. Would be a good name for like a perfume brand for F-geeks. Jet scent.
Start our approach, landing in approximately 10 to 12 minutes, so please make sure the seatbelt fastened. On behalf of the crew, I'd like to show a very nice morning, evening, good week, and looking forward to seeing you on board this week.
Large electronic devices must be switched off and placed in your hand luggage. Please review the content on the safety on board card.
Welcome to Bergen Airport, Flesland. Please remain seated. Custom clearance will take place here in Bergen for passengers both Scenic and domestic flights. The crew of the airport would like to thank you for flying Viva today. We look forward to welcome you back on a later occasion. Thank you and goodbye.
Yeah, welcome to Bergen, or is it? I wouldn't know. I've never been here, my first time here. It's a tad windy, I hope you can understand me well. And it's like a little rainy as well. Nevertheless, very excited to be here, very excited to explore the city. Jesus. Very excited to explore the city a little bit and maybe the surroundings. The airport for sure is quite nice, especially also the outside area, where actually I'm the only person. I really can't understand why. Oh, they have a little water stream here as well. Yeah, Bergen marks the end of my challenge to fly from Canada or like North America all the way to Continental Europe. How long did it take me? That's about 39 hours. Scheduled departure in Keflavík was at 4 p.m. on Wednesday. That is 10 p.m. Central European time. And now I arrived here in Bergen. Hopefully at like 20 to 3 p.m. Central European time. If you go by the schedule, it's 40 hours and 45 minutes. At least during this time of the year, it's not possible to do it faster because of the connections. Air Greenland only flies to Keflavík once a week, and you have to like time the connections accordingly, and then you have to plan for delays as well. That could also mean you missed like a connection or something. I'm gonna say goodbye to you at this point. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a real fun challenge. Gotta look for a next challenge. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on my next trip. Until then, enjoy your travels.